It's the Barry Mackerel Show. With your host, Barry Mackerel. And co-host, Paul Leonard.
Good evening, and welcome to the Barry Mackerel Show. This evening, we bring you special election coverage, Electoral Collage. I'm Barry Mackerel. I'll be your host this evening, and my co-host for this evening will be Paul Leonard. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Barry.
Paul, tonight is a big night for all of us here on the Barry Mackerel Show. We have been covering the election for, it seems like, forever now. I think it's been about 2 years. And with the culmination of the election this evening, we felt clearly that it was our responsibility to bring the results to the people of Somerville here this evening. And the results are coming in, Paul. It sounds like it's going to be a big win for...
Well, for somebody. I think it's safe to say that somebody's going to win.
That's right, Paul. We don't want to get too committal here at this point. The polls are closing now on the East Coast. Paul, we've enlisted state-of-the-art technology here this evening to bring coverage to the folks of Somerville. We have, as you can see here, a cable-ready television to my right. We'll be watching that television tonight, Paul, to bring the election results to our viewers.
That's right. Of course, we do represent the state-of-the-art of technology here in Somerville, cable access television. And we have the most sophisticated tools available, we believe, anywhere in the nation for bringing to you the results of the election.
That's right, Paul. You don't get two more state-of-the-art than television.
That's right. And I've noticed that while many of the other stations really only show their own point of view, we have access to all of the stations here. And, you know, we'll try to represent, you know, some of those views as well as our own.
That's right, Paul. We're also going to have several guests here joining us in the studio. It was very difficult to secure guests for this evening when many of the candidates are out making their concession speeches, shaking hands, getting drunk, that sort of thing. However, we have managed to get several insiders from the major party candidates. We have consultants here from the Clinton and Dole camps. And I believe we also have a candidate who will be arriving later this evening to address our viewers as well.
That's correct. One of the wild card candidates who hasn't been heard of much during this race will be making an appearance here later on.
That's right, Paul. I think we also want to point out to our viewers that we will be taking calls here this evening throughout the show, well into the early morning hours. So we do want our viewers to call in, and I believe we have a number
628-8826. Anyone who has any information about the election or opinions about it is welcome to call in to the studio here tonight, and Barry and I will do our best to address your concerns.
That's right. And you know, Paul, I think that as the results are pouring in, it looks like Bill Clinton might be on his way to a shutout.
Is it a shutout or a shutdown? What do you call it?
I think in an election, I think it's referred to as a shutout, Paul.
She's out?
It is a shutout. Okay. And I think the score currently, I think, is 58-0.
58? That's a high score.
That's right. And as I said, we will have a consultant to the campaign on in just a few minutes, actually. In the meantime, Paul, I think that we did want to recap some of the Senate races. Do you have some information for us there?
I don't really have a lot of information, Barry. I do know that there are a number of races that we've been watching on the East Coast, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey.
Okay.
All have had.
I think there's no reason, Paul, why we can't count on our viewers to call in and to give us the results as they receive them.
Exactly, exactly. It is interactive television, and you, the viewers, you know, are entitled really to as much airtime as we are, and you know, you probably have just as much opinion and views as we do, and you know, we encourage you to call in now with those predictions, with those views. And with those complaints, and we'll do our best to address those concerns. Barry, do we want to talk a little bit about the big choice of the evening that voters around the country are facing?
Sure, Paul.
Or should we just move along?
I think, Paul, actually we have a tape that we want to share with our viewers. It is a special report from the BBC, and we're going to run it, and when we come back we are going to have some consultants to the Clinton and Dole camps. I believe they are, as the agency that we went through described them, they are paramours to the candidates.
A paramour, what does that mean exactly in this context?
Believe, Paul, I believe that means that they are insider political consultants.
Okay, well,
All of the campaigns apparently are using them these days, and the paramours will be on in just a minute.
well, hopefully they'll have some insight into some of the results that we'll be seeing here.
Okay.
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 All right.
Paul, a few weeks back, I'm sure you're familiar with this, the New Yorker did run this cover of the New Yorker, on the New Yorker, and it does show Bill Clinton and Bob Dole dancing. And at the time, I think myself, like many of our viewers, thought that this was a metaphor. However, it did turn out that in the wee hours of campaigning, it was a long, hard road for both candidates. We did find them frolicking in just this manner. So I think we're going to run a special tape that, in fact, is exclusive to the Barry Mackerel Show. One of our reporters did catch the candidates in this pose.
So, what are we watching here? This happened recently, right? Where did this happen, Barry?
Apparently, Paul, the candidates were attending a special fundraising event for Somerville Community Access Television. This was held at Johnny D's, as you can see there in the background. And as you can see, that Bill Clinton is quite a dancer. And Bob Dole is cutting a pretty mean rug himself there.
Ponytail thing going. I personally really appreciate that. It looks like a great festive night.
I think this is footage. Yeah, I think this is footage that hasn't been seen before, Paul. And it's our job here at the Barry Mackerel Show to bring first cutting-edge news whenever we can. So we're glad to have been able to bring that to our viewers this evening. Paul, I think we want to reiterate the phone number as we bring on our first guests. The phone number here is 628.
Correct.
8826, and I think we'll be showing that on the screen now.
Right. Anyone with any insights or information about what's going on, we would sure appreciate it.
Okay, that's 628-8826.
Right.
And our studies have shown in the past, Paul, that each phone call that does come into the Barry Mackerel Show represents somewhere between 50 and 100,000 viewers. So this will be a good measurement for ratings purposes and other such revenue-producing numbers for the show in the future. So we do ask our viewers to call in and to share with you your views on election night. And it could be that nobody's watching the show here.
Well, don't forget, everyone, that the information superhighway is a two-way street, and you know, without you, you know, basically we have no information. So you know, we really encourage you to participate tonight in you know, some of the greatest you know, political action of the year.
Right. And I think, Paul, now we're ready to bring on our first guests.
Great.
Now, apparently, these two guests, Paul, are very close to the campaigns, and as such have asked us to conceal their identity for reasons unbeknownst to us at this time. Perhaps they'll reveal that to us. But without further ado, I would like to introduce these consultants to the Clinton and Dole campaigns. I think they're here now.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
Hi.
Thanks for being here. We know that it's a big night for both of you. Now, as I understand, now the individual to our far right here is actually a consultant to the Dole campaign.
I love doll. Yes.
Now, and your name, please?
Jalapeno.
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 And that is a pseudonym, I take it?
That's my name.
That's your name, Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
And on to your left, Jalapeno, we have consultant, political consultant to the Bill Clinton campaign, the Clinton-Gore campaign, I should say. And your name, please?
Sarita Joy.
Serena?
Joy.
Serena Joy. All right, it's a
Sarita
pleasure.
Joy. Now, perhaps you both could start by explaining exactly why you're concealing your identities here tonight. Jalapeno?
Hala?
Concealing.
Well, you know, we all wear many masks in our lives. Some are just more visible than others.
That is quite profound. That is
Very
quite
well
profound.
said, Jalapeno. And perhaps you could describe for us your role in the what is shaping up to be a massive Clinton landslide. How was it that you were a consultant to the Clinton campaign, and what exactly did you bring to the campaign?
I think it was Serena that was the
Yeah.
consultant.
Oh, I'm sorry, I beg your pardon.
You got me confused, honey.
Apparently, in an attempt to conceal the identities of both of you, we've gone a little overboard, and Bob Dole is the consultant to the Bill Clinton campaign, and
Right.
Clinton is a consultant to the Dole campaign.
Right. Well, the American political scene has very mysterious workings, and I think we're gaining some insight, into exactly, how mysterious that is this evening. So, Serena, Bob, can I call you Bob for short, or?
No, no.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Serena.
Yes.
Do you have any insight to share with us about, how the Clinton campaign shaped up and what the expectations were and how those expectations have been met and received and dealt with this evening?
Well, I'd like to think that in my own small way, I had some help with the Clintons, sort of an intimate relationship that helped the president find really his sort of spiritual center.
I see. This is very. This is a little bit out of the ordinary, Paul. My expectation was that we were going to have experienced
Well, we're quite experienced.
consultants to the
I'm very
candidates
experienced, honey.
in a political sense, I should say. If I could ask Jalapeno, did you play any role in forming the platform of Bob Dole this time around?
I helped him get on the platform.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you helped him get on the platform. Could you elaborate a little bit? Because I think our viewers are probably getting
I'm
very
sick of wearing
confused at this
face.
point.
Yeah.
You know,
Sorry, Barry.
I don't know about these masks. I think that, to understand our true role, you need to reveal your true self. And I feel that there's damage to the spirit in covering who we are.
And I'm getting claustrophobic.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, it seems we have a momentous occasion here. The clandestine consultants are choosing to reveal their true identity, and I suppose now you'll have to tell us your real names, since Serena and Hala
What exactly do you
suspicious
mean?
to me. Well, I don't mean anything.
You know, the names that
necessarily.
we have really are just labels that we put upon ourselves.
Right.
And one of the things actually that I did for the president was really help him find the real name he had, not the name he was given, but really his spiritual name, his animal spirit name.
Serena, and what would that name be?
Well, for example, my animal spirit is the giraffe. You can see that I'm wearing, and it's really because the giraffe is tall and serene, and it observes and observes and observes, and that's what I do. But the president, his spirit nature. It's the penguin, actually. And it might not seem obvious on the surface, but each animal has its own special quality.
I see. Now, Serena, what kind of insight do you think you can provide as to what will happen with the next 4 years of a Clinton White House?
Well, no one can really know what will happen. You know, we just have to see what guides us, go how the river of time and of life flows through us. It's important that you find that place where you feel, well, really your spiritual, sexual center, which is really what I help the president find.
I see.
And whereabouts is that spiritual sexual center for Bill?
Oh, for Bill.
Bob?
No, I was wondering if you're asking for yourself,
Yeah.
Paul.
Well, we can talk about that later, but at the moment we are talking about, you know, the national, you know, public figures, and I'd like to know, you know, how you discovered or, you know, helped Bill discover his center.
Well, it's in an intimate place.
Okay.
Clearly, we're discovering something here that could have had quite an impact on the election had you appeared here just a few days ago. Serena, perhaps you could share with us why you have kept your relationship and your counsel with the president so hidden until this time.
Oh, hidden is not really the right word. It's really more, like I said, it's all the question of sort of like hiding and revealing and hiding and revealing. And you know, who's to say when we're hidden and when we're revealed? This is just a moment where I see more revealed to you, but all along I've been revealed if you could just see me.
I see. And
I really want my Bobby mask.
Because I want Bob near me, all right? So I really want Bob near me.
okay, I think that this is gonna clarify this just a little bit for our viewers. Now, jalapeno. Given that Bob Dole will be moving on to, I wouldn't say greener pastures, but perhaps
We don't
out
know
to
that
pasture in just a few days or after today, how will this affect your job standing with Mr. Dole?
I help Mr. Dahl, you know, with makeup and with, you know, that bum arm. It ain't so bummed, all right?
Yeah.
And I help, and I listen to him. Because all these people are asking him questions and bombarding him with all this political stuff, and I'm the one who really listens to him, all right?
I see.
That's really what goes on.
And
It's a very intimate relationship.
Do you think perhaps you could reveal a little bit about how your consultation with Bob Dole works with the presence of, let's say, Liddy Dole in his life?
Liz does not participate. She doesn't do that
In his political career
in our relationship.
and your relationship?
She's very important in his political career. In fact, I think she's a man wearing a skirt, to be honest with you.
And
Could you
that
say
would
that she
make
was-
you...
Would you say that she was the man behind the man, in a sense, and that would make you the woman
Oh,
behind the man?
Dole is all
behind the
man, honey. He is all man. She is basically
Liddy
all
or
woman.
Liddy or Bob?
Lydia is. She's all woman, and Bob is all man.
All right.
There's no confusion there, is there? No, none
I don't
whatsoever.
know. I'm starting to get a little confused.
I think it's starting to get a little warm in here, Paulie.
Well,
What's on the TV?
sorry?
What's on the TV?
Well, we've been watching election results, and you know that it appears that
It's tonight?
Bob's on his way to a big loss, I'm sorry to say, Hala.
How can you say that?
Well, it just looks that way from all the evidence, and you know, we can tune into any number of stations, they'll probably tell us the same thing.
Speaking of paramours,
Thunderberg.
Etheridge.
Paulie, I think as the results are coming in now, I think we do want to share some of these with our viewers. Apparently, Price is ahead of Heinemann, 54 to 46%.
Heinemann, what a funny name.
I think these are the results we've all been waiting for. That's
well,
Price with 23,361. He was the Democratic candidate in North Carolina.
I've met him.
You have.
What's his name?
Price?
No,
Heinemann?
that guy in the suit.
Oh,
Let's see.
Was that
Here we
Tom?
have. Paul, we're just going to flip. We're just going to flip through here. I'm hearing on my microphone that this is Ed Koch.
I want to ask if any of the viewers out there have any results for us. We can't seem to find them. There's a lot of commercials on TV right now. And,
Dole gives fabulous results.
Here we
well,
go,
we'll
Paul.
have to
We
take
have some
your
more
word
results
for
coming on.
that. Unfortunately, the American public doesn't seem to share your opinion on that. And,
Well, that's too bad.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
I love you, Bobby. I mean, I'm here for you.
Now, you ladies, I'm interested in knowing a little bit about how you may have voted today on some of the ballot questions. Now, you're both residents of Massachusetts, I understand.
Yes.
Is that
Yes,
true?
yes.
Which I assume means that you do quite a lot of traveling for your consulting work with the candidates.
In the physical plane?
Traveling in whatever sense gets you around, Serena. And I'm curious as to how you may have voted on the, Serena, with your animal spirit energies flowing there, how did you vote on question 1?
Well, let me just say that
Keeping in mind, of course, that it is a secret ballot, if you'd like to resume the mask before answering,
no,
please
I
do.
feel quite comfortable revealing myself now, and I
What's
must
question
say,
1?
Question 1 was about animal traps, and although it is not really in my nature to be judgmental and to really accept all creatures for what they are, I must say, have you thought about the suffering that the animals had to go through for this bloody coat that you are wearing? And the ballot question will just help animals to not have to suffer like this. And I mean, I'm surprised that the souls of these animals aren't haunting you, that they're not in your head.
She's got a point there, Paul.
Honey, it doesn't look like Billy Boy's been very generous to you by what you're wearing, honey. So, you know, I think there's a little bit of jealousy here about how much money,
Excuse me.
Bob spends on me
Excuse me, Billy
compared
Boy,
to you.
Mr. President, my Mr. President has given me things that will last far longer than your cheap,
Well, obviously
dead
you're not
animal
wearing
coat.
them.
Okay, I think, Paul, we're going to interrupt this this discussion with a report from the BBC. And,
Where did you get that watch?
We're going to go to that now. It is a special political report that was done for the Barry Mackerel Show by the BBC. So we're going to go to that, and when we return, perhaps we will have some more enlightening thoughts.
Of course, if that's
both
not
of our
real.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd like
please.
to hear more about the animals.
Oh, my God.
After months of an incredibly boring campaign, the quadrennial election ritual dawned today to see American voters making their way to the polls. Although the turnout was expected to be lower than usual, a steady trickle of inanimate faithfuls made their way to the local polling stations. Reporters and other political pundits were dumbfounded by the enthusiastic display by voters, who showed what can only be described as a motorized instinct to build a bridge to the 21st century. In a campaign devoid of the abortion issue, members of the religious right did not know which way to turn. Others were enthusiastic, the complexion of the election seen in their faces, reflecting the gruesome, grisly effects of deadly debates, ineffectual promises, and innuendos devoid of significance. Angered by the ever-descending standard of living and sensing the urgency of the situation, many of the voters saw the election as a window of opportunity and clamoured to get in and cast their ballots. Ghosts of the past elections notwithstanding, candidates arriving at the polls to cast their ballots were mobbed by enthusiastic supporters. Totally mesmerized by the daunting decision ahead of them, voters did not know whether they were coming or going. Even beer-drinking football fans got out of their barren and somewhat sterile couches to participate in today's events. With a confusion not seen before, many were hypnotized by the bland vacuity of the candidates and the lack of biting issues. Even the low-spirited pulled themselves out of the dumps with a staggering and morbid curiosity to vote to continue the governmental fast. Griselda Batten, BBC, from Little Known Rock, USA.
Okay, we're back. That was a special report from the BBC, Polly. Continuing here with our coverage, election night coverage on Electoral Collage, a special edition of the Barry Mackerel Show. And we're joined here by two political consultants to Bill Clinton and Bob Dole.
Please, you know, Barry, we have nothing to hide. You know, the men that we loved are a part of our lives, and to be using these titles or subterfuge to hide really what was a beautiful thing between myself and the president and this young woman and the senator, and is really not necessary.
You're right.
Just cut to the chase, Barry. All right. We're
You're
salting the
right.
earth
You're
kind of
both
gals.
right. I guess I'm just trying to hold out some last ounce of belief that some traditional values remain.
You don't
Give
think
it
that
up.
the
It's a hard-
sharing of a
it's a hard
physical
thing to-
love?
It's a hard thing to accept. That our presidents, in this day and age, our presidential candidates are using non-traditional means of getting elected. I think whatever counsel you've provided to both candidates, Serena, in your case, has been quite effective, clearly, as Bill Clinton seems to be romping in the polls.
You're not the only one, honey.
That's not the
Well,
issue.
either are you.
Clearly, Mr. Dole has not benefited from such good counsel as you've been able to provide the president.
Apparently, Billy has gotten caught on a number of occasions. So, you better clean up your act.
Well, he's really a man of such incredible energies that cannot be contained by just one
Now,
person.
Serena, I can't help but feel, sitting here, looking at you,
That's
jalapeno, I'm sorry, I can't help but feel that maybe Bob Dole could have been somehow helped in the polls had you revealed yourself earlier in the campaign. Was that strategy ever discussed?
To reveal myself to the public?
Yeah.
No.
As some kind of a, maybe as some kind of a smokescreen to his aging, decrepit appearance.
None whatsoever. I don't do that. I have my own reputation to protect.
I see. And that
I have my
reputation.
own aspirations and my own goals. I didn't want to feel like I was using Bob for my own gain.
I see. But you don't feel that maybe having having stepped forward, you may have benefited the candidate's chances to be elected, knowing that you might be appearing occasionally at the White House and White House functions.
Well, although Hillary was, you could say, was aware of my presence.
Because you're so spiritual.
No, I mean, was aware of my presence and was maybe even a little accepting of my presence. I mean, I don't want to say,
Okay.
who can say what's in someone's mind, really? The White House was really Bill and Hillary's home, their sanctuary. And who was I to bring myself into that place which they had created, with their feelings? There was too much history there for me to come in and invade. What is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Well, Serena, we just thought that
Can I have the remote?
we thought we would present our viewers
Hercules?
with a little bit of entertainment simultaneously
quite-
with this
quite a
serious
man.
discussion of the election tonight.
Oh, no.
We think that too many broadcasters ignore the fact that people do want to be entertained while at the same time getting election
Ah,
coverage.
he's such a big boy. Look at him.
Yeah.
So as a
Right.
result, we're showing a Brian Dennehy
Yeah.
movie.
There is more to life
There
than
is a
politics.
little resemblance between him and the president.
Just a
both
little.
men you would think have just quite a healthy appetite.
Not only
he
do
do
we
a
have
hemorrhoid commercial
Brian
too?
Dennehy, but we also have
Yeah.
A
Horshack
heartburn
here.
commercial?
Heartburn.
Horshack,
Is it the hemorrhoids or heartburn?
the Night Stalker.
Then I
Okay,
said-
Paul, we do want to encourage our viewers to call in. We're sure that the revelation that we've had here this evening is creating a lot of anxiety, perhaps, among our viewers,
Right.
as I'm experiencing.
think
And the
so.
number, I think, is 628-8826, if anybody
Right.
does want to call in and share your insights,
Anxiety?
perhaps your vote.
Yeah.
Perhaps our viewers want to share how they voted this evening.
Yeah,
It
or-
is a secret ballot.
Right. Well, perhaps I'd like to make a personal call to one of our two guests here on the set with us.
They have to go through my agent.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that was in the contract when you signed on the show this evening. So,
Barry and Paul, I have to say that I'm a little upset when you say that we're perhaps causing your viewers and yourself some anxiety, because really the last thing I would do is want to cause you any anxiety. Maybe you need a little laying on of the hands to relax.
I like my clients to relax too. We don't want to make you all anxious.
I mean, this should be a place where you feel safe, where you're secure, where you can find that spiritual, sexual center that we're all really searching for.
Right here on television.
I just try to cut. I don't do that. I cut to the chase.
I see.
okay.
right.
I believe we've got a job to do here tonight, and
So do I.
it isn't
After
really the
this.
time to relax. And you know, I wish you would all just, you know, stop relaxing so much. You know, I think it's really
Oh,
inhibiting
honey.
the quality of the show. And you know,
Why don't you guys take a call then, if you're all that anxious?
Well, we would take a call, Jalapeno, except there aren't any, which is surprising because past shows have revealed that our viewers number in the hundreds of thousands.
628-8826. There's probably you know, problem tonight with you know, some of the central circuitry in the you know, down the phone utility. So
It could be.
Is anyone watching this? Because my agent booked me. I don't know about
Yeah.
you, honey, but
yeah, what did
I was
he
supposed to
promise
get some
you?
exposure.
You know, you seem to be so wrapped up in how others perceive you. It's really
Yes, I am.
It's quite sad. You know, you might feel better yourself if you loved yourself for who you were.
You may feel better if you dressed better.
Paul, apparently we do have a phone call on the line. We are going to be going to a phone call
Great.
in just a minute here, and being told that it's a wrong number.
Oh,
Well,
I thought he was hearing voices.
Yeah.
No.
what happened to the election? I want to see Bobby.
Well, we are going to be going to.
So what is going to happen tomorrow?
We are going to go to an
When Bob
election
really-
update here.
He's not a senator anymore. He doesn't really, you know, have access to all those places anymore.
Well, maybe the man can retire. I mean, the man is 73.
Okay, we do have a phone call proving that somebody is out there watching the show, Paul. So here we go.
Scott? Yes.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
What is the show all about?
You called last time, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, who are you directing the question to?
To Miss Princess there.
Miss Princess?
Yes.
Would that be Jalapeno?
Yes, that's it.
Jalapeno.
Yeah,
The question is, what is the show all about?
the show's about me,
Any other questions?
my relationship with Bob Dole.
Yeah, what is your relationship with Bob Dole?
It's a very intimate physical relationship. Bobby's got to express himself.
He's what?
He has to express himself.
He's lost.
What is your name, please?
Maria.
Maria. And did you vote this evening?
Yep.
And would you like to share with us any political views now that the election is over?
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton, what?
For a Democrat.
Bill Clinton.
She wants him to be a
Clinton
Democrat.
for president.
Okay,
I'll see what
Maria,
we
do you
can do about that.
have any political questions for anyone here tonight?
Who's
As long as we're all assembled here.
who's qualified to answer a political question?
Well, it depends on the question. Give it a shot.
Great.
Okay, apparently, Maria, your time is up. Thanks for
All right,
calling.
thank you.
Wow.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good. So what's going on with the show?
What's your name?
Tom?
Tom?
Yes,
Where are you calling from?
I'm in Somerville.
Somerville.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
So are we.
He's calling all the
Okay,
way from
Tom,
Somerville.
what can we do for you?
Just wondering how Dukakis is doing tonight.
Dukakis.
Caucus.
Is he winning?
That's a good question. You mean, is he like scoring?
I don't know anything about his private life. I'm just wondering about politically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they know something on Channel 4 about that.
Okay, I'll check with Liz and Jack.
Okay.
I'll be your consultant.
Okay. Hey, Tom, would you call it? Would you call the results back in for us?
I'll do that.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Okay. Apparently. Hello.
Okay. Jeff, if you're out there, please call back.
Okay. We do have one more
urge
call
you.
here, I think.
We beg you. All
Okay.
right.
Apparently that's
Okay.
it for the phone calls. Well, that was exciting.
There was, I think they probably overloaded the circuits there. And
Clearly,
Apparently.
we're being
Yeah.
flooded with calls. Now that you know how easy it is to call in, please feel free to call in. And Paul, I think we have another guest who is going to be joining us. Now, it was your job to get a candidate here on the show this evening.
Oh, look,
and
projected winner.
I'm not exactly sure. We didn't really have a chance to discuss this before the show, but you did get a
Right.
candidate.
Well, I made a few calls and checked with an agency, and they said they were going to send a candidate over. I'm not sure who it is.
Okay,
exactly.
now when you say agency, Paul, did you call a political party, perhaps?
It was just a personnel management type agency, and you know, they checked through the files, and apparently they had a candidate.
Okay, well, what is the candidate's name, Paul?
Larry Mongoli, and
And his party affiliation?
well, apparently he represents the dinner party from Rhode Island, and that's
Dinner
about
party.
all I know about him. But he sounded like an intriguing person, and you know, I think it's about time that we heard directly from him. And
Okay, well, we do want to thank Jalapeno.
The gig is up?
gig is down.
Your on-air
I like to keep it up,
performance.
honey.
Your on-air performance has ended, but that should not prevent you from continuing to work throughout the show. And Serena, thank you. We wish you the best with your animal energy, and all the best in the White House. Enjoy another 4 years.
All the best to you.
Congratulations
Yeah.
on
The
your
best to you.
victory.
I'm looking forward to that
Jalapeno.
reading.
honey.
Best of luck. Thank you. And
Delighted, charmed.
Paul, I think we're going to bring a candidate on.
All right, Larry Mongoli, dinner party candidate from Rhode Island, will be with us at any moment.
Larry!
All right.
Let's go!
Larry's
Let's have
here.
some energy in this room!
right.
Larry!
I'm
You are
sorry
right,
about
by the way.
this.
Larry!
Thank you,
We'll
girl.
talk later. Larry!
Thank you, ladies.
Larry! Come on, let's have some energy in this room! How you boys doing
All right,
tonight?
Larry.
Nice
Hey, Larry.
to see you.
Have a seat, Larry.
You got my refreshments?
Right here, it's
We have
lukewarm
donuts.
coffee.
Refreshments.
I think we have donuts here, Larry.
All right,
Uh-oh.
So, what do you boys want to know? You know, it's a long drive from Rhode Island all the way up to what town this is in.
yeah,
But I'm happy to do it because I love PBS.
that's right, we're in Somerville tonight.
Welcome to public television, Larry.
Yeah?
We understand that you are a candidate for
The Rhode Island dinner party, that's right. You
Okay.
probably remember
Larry?
my
dialysis.
run.
Larry, I just want to give you a little hand here with one of the technical details here in the television
I want the
industry.
people to hear me. Can
Yeah.
the people hear me now? Okay.
I think that should...
I think so, Larry. I think we'll
think you're
find out. If
pouched in.
anybody can hear Larry, call us at 628-8826.
I'm looking for campaign workers to work on my campaign because I got big plans. Bob Dole did 96 hours, but he's an old man. I'm young, I'm vigorous. I'm going to do 96 days nonstop. I got 83 LTD. I'm going to drive all over this country, and I'm going to make dinner for anybody what wants it, okay? 96 days nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Are you hearing me?
Larry, that sounds terrific, but I just want to
What do you
point out...
like to eat?
Well,
Skinny guy, I'm gonna cook for you.
Yeah, no,
I got a great uncle that loves. He can make Mongolian hot pot like you wouldn't believe.
all right. Well, maybe we'll go for a little of that.
Now, Paul, I thought we had a major party candidate coming on the show tonight.
Hey, don't believe the polls. I still got a chance. This 96-day marathon thing is gonna be big. I'm gonna be blowing past. Who's the Hitler guy? Bobby Dole. That guy. I'm gonna blow right past him. Who's the little squeaky guy from down south? I'm gonna blow right past him. And Elvis is history, because I can do Elvis better than him any day. You ever heard me do Don't Be Cruel? I go kick.
Larry, no offense, but we're looking for a major party candidate.
That's what I'm saying. You got him. I'm big time. I got big plans. Big plans, and I got jobs for both you boys, because I like you boys.
That's not bad. Larry, what kind of job did you have in mind?
Well, I got big plans for this country. You know, everybody, they just want to kind of, you know, like the squawky guy from Texas has got it right. We got to get under the hood. But, you know, he just wants to get under the hood and tweak the carburetor and stuff like that. I'm saying the block is made out of aluminum. It's bent. Let's take the whole block right out of the car and let's chuck it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is you elect me, and I will make myself king of the entire country. We're going to rename it and everything. We're going to change the money. I'm sick of that money. It's too small, and it's got no colors to it, okay? We're going to make it big. It's going to have, you know, coupons with it and stuff like that. And we're going to have, it's going to be called the Kingdom of Mongolieville, okay? Because that's my people.
The
you know?
kingdom?
The kingdom,
Okay.
I had to, thank you. I'm going to make myself king of Mongolieville.
All right.
And this is good, see, because when you got a king, right, you don't need them guys with the high-paid guys with the suits and the tassels on their loafers and everything. They're out, okay? You want power, you got to be related to me somehow, or you got to do me some favors, stuff like that, because I'm in charge of everything. So that means we can, I can't say this word, S-can all them people in Congress, get rid of them bums, throw them out, send them back wherever it was they came from, and because only my relatives will be running things, so that streamlines things, it simplifies stuff, and that's good, because then we got that Congress building there is a pretty nice looking building. I think we could make a rock and roll joint out of that place, you know what I'm saying? Get some bands in there, kick some ass, you know what I'm saying? Can I say that on PBS?
Yeah, I think we can allow that.
I think that's okay, Larry. Gee, I feel like I might have been wrong. You clearly have some big plans.
Big plans.
And how did your campaign go, Larry?
It's going great. You know, I got my own pollsters. I got a cousin named Ogadai Mongoli, named after the famous Khan from 1402 that went through Russia and killed everybody. And he's what you call an idiot savant guy, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't talk good. Like when he tries to talk, he just goes, but he's smart. He is wicked smart. And I got him doing my polling, and he says, I'm taking off. He says this 96-day trip across America in the LTD, and boom! I'm up there. I'm right up there, okay? You know how much money them other two jamokes got from the feds? They got millions. I figure if I can just get in there, couple, 3-4 million, I'm set. I'm doing good.
And 96 days.
96 days.
Yeah. I don't know if this is the wrong time to point this out to you, Larry, but the election, 1996, already occurred.
What are you talking about?
As of 8 o'clock,
February or something.
As of 8 o'clock this evening, the polls officially closed on the East Coast here, and
that's
you're
bad.
a little bit late.
In fact,
Larry,
Larry,
you got a hanky?
in fact, Larry,
Can we get a handkerchief, anyone?
we were under the impression that you were coming on to make your concession speech.
Well, I ain't conceding nothing. No, sir. What are you talking about?
Well,
I got
Larry,
big plans for this country.
it's typical for the major party candidates to make a gracious concession speech when it's clear that they've lost the election, and it is almost 9 p.m. on the East Coast, Larry, and
So I don't got a chance to run back to Rhodey and vote a couple times?
I'm afraid not, Larry.
Because I got a pretty good scam worked out. I got a couple of relatives that are wardens. I go from one place, I go to the other. I don't get paid or nothing, but I get these
Okay.
nice roast beef sandwiches, okay? Because they're leftovers, and I get to take them home back to the yurt. I got something nice to eat.
All right. Well, I'm sure you can console yourself with the sandwiches and so forth. During the course of your political work and your campaign, have you ever found it necessary to indulge in negative advertising, like mudslinging of any
We
kind?
haven't really gotten worked into the advertising scenario due to the fact that the polls, which Larry Mongoli has commissioned on the part of his cousin Ogadai there, are too preliminary at this time, although we are working on a bill which will...
Okay, Larry, I really hate to interrupt you. You're clearly on a roll, but we do have to go to a break. I think we do have some last-minute political ads that we're going to be running here this evening.
Can you change
Paul,
the
as
channel?
part of our as part of our duty to the public here on Community Access Television. So we are going to go to that tape now, and Larry, we'll be getting back to your platform when we return.
I got some good stuff.
Thanks, Larry.
Despite his long and intimate relationship with Barney Frank, John Kerry claims he's not a homosexual. He denies accepting campaign funds from communist sympathizers and underage deviants. Who are you going to believe? He'll say anything to get elected.
Okay, Paul, I think we do want to, once again, we do have one more political ad, and this may very well be the last ad of the season.
Yeah.
So we do encourage our viewers to watch closely.
Right. I want to point out that these ads don't necessarily represent the views of Somerville Cable Access Television or the Barry Mackerel Show.
Well, neither do most of the things that we say, Paul.
Right.
Hey,
We
I
are
brought enough for
non-representational.
everybody. You boys want some? You want in on this?
Yeah, no, sad.
No, thanks. I've got plenty of scotch right here, Larry.
So we can move along to you know, our second tape.
So we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll the tape.
Well, yeah, I don't think we have any election results so far.
We're gonna see what we can come up with here, Paul. But it looks like the best thing that's on, unfortunately
on
for the
there.
viewing public tonight, is us. Let's see. Mike Wallace here is not giving us
Get the
anything.
Playboy
Sam
channel on
Donaldson.
that rig there.
Okay, we do have some results here.
Okay.
And just going to show that there is no reason to have any other station here in Somerville because we have Channel 5 right here.
All the information is right here.
Bill Clinton apparently has 212 votes, and Bob Dole has 35. I would have thought the turnout was going to be much higher tonight, Paul.
Okay, yeah. No, it looks like most people probably haven't voted yet.
Yeah, it looks
Mostly on
like
the
right
West
now a
Coast,
total of 247 votes have been counted. And that is percentage-wise, looks like Clinton's getting close to over 51% that he's going to need to get elected. And we also have, actually it's 50 to 40% at this time. And in the Inhofe-Boren race, which I'm sure our viewers are watching closely, it's about 52 to, they changed it, 49 to 45, 51 to 47%.
Okay. All right. What do you think about these results, Barry? I want to address the question
I'm stunned, Paul. I'm stunned.
Right.
I thought that in this day and age, they'd be counting the votes a lot faster.
Right, and you know, I also you know, wanted to bring up the issue of credibility, you know, from these you know, national television broadcast services, and you know, in our opinion here, there's no particular reason to believe them, and you know, I want everyone to, you know, consider questioning what they see on television,
right?
With the exception, possibly, of what they're watching right now.
Despite these early returns, Paul, I think we do want to encourage all of our viewers to get out and vote.
Yeah,
and to keep voting.
I voted all
Don't stop
day
voting
long.
until it's over.
Yeah, you know, personally,
I'm hearing you there.
I'll be voting, you know, probably throughout the next week.
Right.
And I think that's the only way to really assure, you know, an election, you know, result, is
Right.
to continuously
And
vote.
we do want to encourage our viewers to call us at 628-8826. And in the meantime, we are going to go ahead and run that tape. And as I said, Paul, this might be the last political ad of the season.
Okay, well, I'm sure, you know, most of us
watch
cannot get
closely.
enough of it. So.
First he thought he wanted to be governor. Now he thinks he wants to be a senator. He just can't make up his mind. He slashed funds for families and small children and killed legislation to help the elderly and infirm. Bill Weld. He's just Maggie Thatcher in pants.
And I think that about says it all, Paul. I think, unfortunately, the voters this year have been presented with some very poor choices, baby killers and the like. And, you know, I'm starting to take a second look at some of the alternative party candidates, such as Larry Mongoli.
Now you're talking my kind of language. I got some jobs for you guys, okay? Now, you know about my Mongolian ancestry. They swept all through Europe and killed just about everybody. It was unbelievable. And the people who did that were called Khans, okay? I'm not talking about like my cousin, the convict who's up to the Gray Bar Hotel doing a double nickel, okay?
Right.
I'm talking about K-A-H-N or however it's spelled.
Now,
and I
Larry.
got an idea, you know, Bobby Dole got this whole drug czar. We're gonna have a drug con, okay? And I got big plans. I got a nice phrase.
Okay.
Just say don't do it to the drugs, okay? Because I think this is really good, because nobody's figured out it's not the people who do the drugs, it's the drugs themselves what are the problem. So if we could just tell the drugs, don't do it to those people, then there wouldn't be any more problems, okay?
I think you got a
so
point there.
that's a job for you, I think.
I think you got a point there, Larry. And I just have I want to encourage our viewers to call in. It sounds like you might have quite a few jobs that you can offer our viewers.
For the right, the right kind of person, we could do a deal, you know?
Okay, let's hear about some of these jobs, Larry. What kind of jobs can you get a guy, let's say, like my co-host here, Paul?
Just for instance.
You don't like the job what I just gave you?
What, the drug con?
Greedy?
Well, no, but, you know, we're always looking to improve my opportunities in life.
I'll make you a minister of something. What do you want to be a minister of? Internal security, you can wear like all black leather clothes and go around and whack people. How does that sound?
Security? I'd like to be Minister of Information, personally.
Information? Okay, I need that. Yeah, okay. Now, what do you bring into this party, huh? I see you don't bring nothing to this party. Is it going to same thing to the dinner party? You going to bring Ugats with you?
Ugats. Ugats.
Ugats?
I think we do have donuts here, Paul.
Sorry?
I think we do have donuts.
Well, we brought donuts this evening, and I don't think that's quite what Larry had in mind.
I thought maybe she was going to be here, huh?
Well, she is here, Larry. I mean, we have her right here on screen, and of course you're referring to Maria Shriver, our next guest here on the program.
Maria,
If we could just get a shot over here, our viewers will see that we do have Maria Shriver sitting to my right.
Maybe it's time to offer the viewing public, you know, some benefits. And I want to point out that, you know, for the small labor of calling in this evening, we can offer you generous reward in the form of Barry Mackerel Show complimentary mug. And,
we do have two of them, Paul.
We have a choice of colors.
So in addition to good jobs at good wages, we are offering our viewers good mugs.
Okay.
Is Cokie Roberts here too? Will we be seeing her, one of them broads? She good looking?
628-8826 for your chance at a mug or a position in the kingdom, the realm, the reign of Larry Mongoli. And as I understand it, all those positions are still vacant, and Larry's accepting applications now. 628-8826. I don't know.
It's a short number, Paul. I don't know why our viewers aren't taking the initiative here on Election Day to just call up, chat, ask us a question, to maybe your last chance of 1996 to talk to an actual candidate, Larry Mongoli.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Belated as he is. I think probably what's happened is that most people are just really exhausted, and you know, after their hard day of voting, and you know, they want to, you know, just kind of sit idly in front of the TV, you know, instead of actually taking action.
I may have just stumbled on something here, Paul.
Okay.
Channel 53 is running a Jeremy Irons movie. So we, as you can see, we have pretty stiff competition.
Yeah, no, it's a rerun. I don't think we have anything to worry about. And
okay, and then on Channel 2 here, we do have this woman who I've seen on quite a number of political shows lately. She seems to have quite a following. She might be grabbing some of our viewers tonight.
no, I doubt it. I doubt it, really. I think for
Ed
the cutting
Bradley.
edge of you know, election reporting, I think Electoral Collage is the place that people are going to be turning.
Yeah.
And you know, you can look forward to Electoral Collage every 4 years, right here at this very same
I'm thinking,
station.
Paul, that maybe we can reinvent the show as kind of an on-air TV guide. And we'll just flip through what's on TV, and people can watch us and make their selection.
Right, there's no need to even pick up your remote. Just watch our station. You get a
Tune
little
in.
taste of
Maybe
everything
call
else
in
that's on.
and tell us what you'd like to see. What channel, what channel should we leave it on?
Larry, do you have an opinion about that?
Do you guys have jobs during the day or what? I mean, Bobby, do you have a job there?
Not if my boss is watching.
Oh.
We're on the lookout constantly.
Okay, we have an update here, Paul, on the Kerry Weld race.
It looks like Kerry...
I'm sorry, it's Kerry Weld Gallagher. Susan Gallagher, the arch-conservative candidate. It looks like she might pull this one out. Of course, right now, she's only got 2% to, I think, somewhere around 50 and 40% for the other two candidates.
Yeah.
Honey, I'll come out and console you. Honey.
Well, this is the kind of girl we want working on my campaign right here.
honey.
Okay? You know how
this
to
is
drive?
highly
Can you drive a
unusual.
stick? I got tree on a tree on my LTD there.
Honey, I can drive a stick, not to worry. It's just a presidential election, honey. Don't worry about it.
Jalapeno.
He's speechless. Bobby is speechless. Check it out.
I've never met. Oh my gosh.
It's nice of you to come back and join us.
Well, he's got cash.
I think this
Don't
is
count on
shameless.
that, baby doll.
It's shameless gold digging, I think, going on right here on the show, and I think it's against FCC regulations.
Shameless gold digging is against FCC regulations.
That's right, Larry, and
Honey, I'm in this political game so I can make a buck, okay?
Paul, you know, I'm thinking now that I'm seeing Jalapeno and Larry together, I'm thinking this could be a political match made in heaven.
Yes.
yeah,
This is what it's
all
all
right.
about, guys.
Well, you know, there is 2000 for everyone to look forward to, and, you know, everyone can say that, you know, they saw them here first. They made it, you can say that they made it here first.
I have got the
Right.
charisma to
Well, I
back
haven't-
this man up and to get the votes.
You want to be my queen? When I'm king, you could be the queen? Huh?
Can be the
Huh?
queen.
Huh? You like that, Bobby?
Oh, isn't it
Huh, Bobby?
beautiful?
You like that, don't you? Huh? Huh?
It's Barry there, Larry.
baby, you are hot.
Yeah.
Is that a kiss button you're wearing?
They're my favorite freaking band, Kiss. Huh? Huh? I love them. And check this out. It says Larry right there. Can you see that? It says Larry right on my belt. Huh?
I love that
So
little
you know,
name on the
you know
belt.
I didn't get this belt at Salvation Army, huh? Because it's got my name right on it. That's how you can tell.
All right, Larry, I'm sure you've made a lot of fans
This
here
man has
this
got
evening.
class.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, I think we only have a few minutes left in Electoral Collage. We do want to thank all of our guests for being here this evening, Jalapeno and Serena, who are here as paramours to the candidates, as well as Larry Mongoli. Larry, we do wish you the best
Thank
in
you,
the
Bobby.
future
Nice.
with whatever
Nice
campaign
meeting
you
you.
decide
All right,
to
terrific.
What's your
I'll be in
name
touch.
again? Jamie?
I'll be in touch
Jamie.
about that
Okay.
kingdom thing.
Yeah.
Just seeing if we can pick up a last-minute campaign update here, Paul.
What do we have?
And we have Tierney Torkelson. As you can see,
Are we allowed to express our
Blute
views?
McGovern, 51 to 49. It's been an exciting night of elections.
That's right.
all
It's
around.
just elections and elections and elections just continuously.
Okay, and we want all of our viewers to remember that all Barry Mackerel shows are not quite this serious. And to please tune in the future, and we thank our audience for coming.